Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's me, your boy Rico No Suave. Let me tell you again. Oh, wait, Rico No Suave, everybody. Welcome back. I am super happy to be back with each and every one of you guys, and welcome, man. You know what? I missed you. You missed me. We miss each other together. And if it's your first time here, say hello to the TV. Hi, hola. And then if you're back again, hola, welcome back. All right, we got a fun-filled packed show for you guys today, for everyone to enjoy. And please make sure you continue to support the Rico No Suave show. We're only getting better. We're rocking it out. We're bringing you great guests. We're bringing you great events. But I do want to say big shout out to none other than Denise Jones. Denise Jones, we actually had a great time interviewing on the red carpet for Beyond the Door. Get in tune with that. That's going to be a hot play that you're going to be seeing in the future. That's going towards Broadway. That's going towards Hollywood. That's going to be the next play of the century. So make sure you keep in contact as far as with Denise Jones at Beyond the Door, everybody. Beyond the Door, the play itself. But besides Beyond the Door, there's a month of Beyond the Doors that we're going to be talking about, and that's Latino Heritage Month, everybody. Latino Heritage Month, yes, todos somos uno. We are one. Ya tú sabes, mi gente. And for all the Latinos that actually is out there across the world, salud. Let's go. Today I'm going to talk real quick about one country that I really love, and that's Peru. Ching boom, callao. Tú sabes, right? Peru has a really, really unique and ancient history of, we always talk about Machu Picchu, right? And wow, I want to go to Machu Picchu. I want to see about the ruins. I want to see about what the history is. But it's also about the culture. It's all about the clothing, what they actually make. How do they put things together? From handmade. You got abuelita esa cocinando, right? She's cooking and she's doing some great, great food. And there's a lot of great food in regards to the culture of Peru, mi gente. So I wanted to highlight that. And of course, I'm going to highlight another one because this month, for September 15th through October 15th, is representing Latino Heritage Month. So saludos to mi gente in Peru, peruanos, ya tú sabes. So thank you guys so much. I want to make sure I recognize Peru. Now let's get it on. I got my man. He's a hip hop artist. You already know. We get into the reggaeton. Ooh wee. We got something special for you guys in the second half of the hour. But this gentleman here, I've been knowing him for quite some time. He is a Chicagoan, but he's tuning in from somewhere else. Well, I wish he was actually here in Chicago with me, but his heart is here. Put your hands together for none other than the upcoming artist, my guy, Jay Aldana. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's going on, Jay? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great, man. I'm honored to be here.
Yes,
It's been
sir.
a long time coming, and thank you for having me, brother. Thank you. I'm honored.
Man, I think one of the biggest things about having you here as far as on the show is it's part of Latino Heritage Month, but also recognizing great people like yourself that's actually up and coming and doing great things, as far as for TV, for videos. And I see your content all the time. And I'm telling you, man, when you tag me, I'm watching it, I'm like, man, my guy. Jay Aldana is rocking it out. And it's good that you're representing, as far as Latinos, but also when it comes to reggaeton and also things that you're actually doing, we're going to indulge into your journey right now. You ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go, Papa.
Absolutely.
Let's go, man. All right, let's talk about, because growing up in Chicago, as far as representing, did you have an artist that you looked up to that influenced you as far as in your career?
Oh man, growing up in the inner cities of Chicago, right? You have so much that goes down in Chicago when it comes to music. So I mean, there's quite um, a bit of artists that have been so influential in my life. Man, we could go from Motown music to the LL Cool J's and the Michael Jacksons and those guys of the '80s were obviously essential artists that were very impactful in the lives of us during those times. So growing up, definitely in the '80s, Michael Jackson, LL Cool J, just a few, but just music and music as a whole has been, very, very impactful in my life. So We could go all across from Hector Lavoe to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, to Vicente Fernandez. So there's a
Yeah.
broad music out there, brother. Definitely, great time to be representing the Latin Heritage Month for sure.
Yes, yes, sir.
So
Being that you have a style of your own in regards to things that you do when it comes to music, the influence that you're basically talking about is from different genres of music, right? Being that, of course, when you're listening to hip hop or you're listening to reggaeton or you're actually listening to different areas, the influence that you have in the back end, how did that influence you to stick with in the hip hop arena, but also in a reggaeton? Like, when did you actually start? I should say, when we're talking about influence, when did you actually start as far as your journey in music? How it worked?
so the journey for me started at the age of 8, man. I getting involved in gym shows and going live and reenacting, guys like L Cool J, and reenacting, as a group team, like the Super Bowl shuffle was a big theme back then. So, you know, so,
Yeah,
just kind of those things, and the dance, and, the break dancing, and, the arts of the wall, the graffiti, and, those elements were big for us growing up, and so I started for like at the age of 8. Then obviously a transition, as I continued to become a teenager with the DJing at the age of like 12 and 13, mixing house music, and
yeah,
obviously listening to the rap music as well. And just being a part of Chicago was a beauty. Being in the Midwest and being able to hear everybody from the East Coast to the West Coast to the down south, and being able to
yeah,
hear, a variety of music was obviously intricate, but I would say like in 1998, 1999, I was a part of a group that put out some music, and we were very fortunate to participate throughout the city of Chicago and perform at the Double Door nightclub, at the
yeah,
Subterranean, at the River West. And shout out to those
yeah.
guys that's still holding the 606 Subterranean.
Yes, sir.
Those guys still holding it down on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights with the reggae. So I mean, these
Yeah,
places are still rocking out, man, still to this day. And but those places were definitely those times. And then around the 2000 area, I kind of cut the music completely off for quite very some time. And then during the pandemic time again, the passion began to kind of start stirring up again. And I just kind of invested into some portable music stuff, and kind of started working a little bit, and started testing the waters. And I'm very fortunate to be this far now. Honored to be on the Rico No Suave show, and
ay,
being
papá.
being able to come live and be able to be recognized.
Yes, sir.
As a Chicagoan, that's a big deal for us. To
Yeah.
be able to be loved by your fellow Chicagoans that are doing a lot of incredible stuff. You have a lot of great people on this show, man, and so for me to be on the show and being recognized, for reggaeton or hip hop, and
Yeah.
just as a music artist, as a whole, man, I'm definitely honored, brother, and
Yeah.
blessed to be here. So
I appreciate that,
never take
Papa.
any shot for granted, for sure.
I appreciate that, Papa. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate that.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
that's love. And when we're talking about, because I'm a hip hop fan of reggaeton, I'm a salsero, but when it comes to reggaeton, man, I tend to appreciate it. And I remember the times when reggaeton was coming out, and I was in Costa Rica. When I was in Costa Rica, I started seeing like Daddy Yankee and Don Omar when I was, and it was on TV, and I started watching. I'm like, man, I was like, wow. I'm like, reggaeton is coming up, and I'm like, I'm a salsero to heart, right? But when it came down to seeing where reggaeton was coming up, was just another form, of course, hip hop on a Spanish version or reggae on a Spanish version, and I started seeing how that started to evolve with different people. R&B start getting into it and start getting as far as artists from the reggaeton era as well, and hip hop, a little bit of hip hop, and then you start seeing a fusion of reggaeton in there as well. And like, wow, man, I said, and of course, you're seeing it even more now, but doing that transition, How did you see during that time of knowing that there was kind of that fusion of even like with hip hop, with Run DMC and Led Zeppelin, Walk This Way, right? When you
Mm.
start seeing that happening, where did you think that for yourself the influence of hip hop was going and reggaeton was going during that time?
Man, you started seeing it develop, you know, with guys with, Fat Joe and Big Pun,
Yeah,
and you started seeing them guys starting to turn to, take a little bit of that salsa and intertwining it with, with that hardcore, rap, I mean, Pun, first platinum, first Latino artist to go platinum
right.
on the hip hop, on the hip hop side, and he was doing it kind of spangly, So I think
Yeah,
in that time, as well as me being, into the music and staying with up with the music as the best as I can, trying to listen to music all across the board.
yeah,
I think that those were some of those times where you started to kind of start seeing where that Spanish and kind of English, that reggaeton feel with that hip hop intertwined
yeah,
spangly type of thing was starting to kick off, and then obviously you see guys like Bad Bunny and these guys Anuel and them guys now really
yeah,
really doing a lot of that stuff with a lot of different artists, and so for
yeah,
me it was very important that if I
right.
was going to be able to come back out and come out with music, I was going to be able to have to use the ability of being able to deliver music on the hip hop level,
Yeah,
and then being able to use my my Spanish culture, and the blessing of being around that's the Spanish culture, as a
yes,
whole. Me being Mexicano, I'm a
yeah,
Mexicano and growing up in Humboldt Park, and
yeah,
having Puerto Rican children and being around the Puerto Rican culture and the Dominican culture as well. I got Dembo
yeah,
that I
yeah,
No La Quiero's
yeah,
a whole song, and so, but yeah, man, and so for me, it was very important to be able to come with that Spanish and English, intertwine, and hopefully be able to put the soul and find something that people were gonna be like, oh wow, this brother's definitely trying to put some work out here. So,
yeah.
and so far people been enjoying it, so I'm grateful.
Awesome. Let's talk about when you actually started to write music. When you started getting into the music industry of where you wanted to start writing songs, but also start, of course, performing your songs. What was the first? When did you decide it? When did you decide to say, okay, I'm going to start writing my own music? How old were you? And what was kind of it? What was the storyline behind that?
To the specific music that we're doing now, or just as a whole? I'm
As
sorry,
a
I got
whole,
kind of lost.
even like when you started, right? When you start saying, "Hey, okay, now I'm ready to take this to a level," and you started to write music, right? What were you writing about? Because, of course, you know, we all talk about either relationships or we talk about food or we talk
Yeah,
about the streets and what's
yeah,
going on in
yeah,
the street level.
yeah.
For Jay Aldana, what was it like as far as for you writing your music and what you wanted to actually rap about?
So I think at first, when I was a part of a group,
Hmm.
it was obviously, we delivered a lot of hardcore rap, and we're trying to be, you know, at the same time lyrical with it,
Yeah.
trying to intertwine some hardcoreness, but yeah, still be able to have enough punchlines and catchy lyrics for to draw the attention of the people, and so
Yeah.
at the time, we had a variety of songs, but I think as of now, when I started to write music, I also wanted to write music that was obviously going to be catchy to the people.
Right.
Something that was going to have somebody say, "Wow, I can't believe he just wrote that," or
Right.
just things that were, a beat that was going to be so catchy, and some lyrics that were going to be so catchy to the people,
Yeah.
and then try to deliver it, and try to deliver it and put it. So I think a lot of times, trying to be creative is, trying to put an image out there of music for it to be catchy and to be, something that people gonna vibe to.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of people get caught up in saying, "Oh man, this guy, you know, is talking about, like you said, people talk about certain different street life. People talk about a girl, and this projects that I've been working as of late. Obviously, I have a song called Mister, and then I have another song called No La Quiero, and then
Mm-hmm.
Envidia. So I think a little bit of all of them have a little bit to do with, just kind of projecting at times, and, just kind of seeing what's kind of going on out there in the world at times a little bit as well. And,
Yeah.
what's catching the eye of people as well. So, but specifically when I wrote NVIDIA, the reason why I wrote that song, I just kind of felt like when people start to do things, people start to be creative. It's not easy to create music and then put it out there. You're gonna get all different type of critique. And so I
Yeah.
thought that writing NVIDIA, and trying to put music back out there, especially in this time in my life
Yep.
or whatnot like that, there was gonna be people that obviously were gonna probably be like, oh, look at this or look at that, and so that's why the whole like, me tiran la mira,
Sí.
será por this or that,
Yeah.
será, por el dinero, será porque tengo mujeres, será que tengo pelo gris, so, so but so but it wasn't almost in a sense trying to be like, oh, look at they all hating on me, but it was almost in a sense like, look, it's a projection that I think everybody can almost in a sense relate to some way somehow. You get an
Yeah.
education, you get a master's degree, and they're like, nah, but I say, somebody's always gonna say something, but that's life. With the good comes the bad. Let the bad make you strong, and let the good motivate you and encourage you to keep going,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you need both of them, obviously, to develop strength. So
I
I'm with
like
it.
that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that, my man. And one thing that I have to say is that everything that you're talking about comes from, the reality of life of what we talk about, stories and conversations, right? When we talk
Yes,
about
sir.
conversations about what we do and how we talk about things, it can be either to ourselves, it can be to our loved ones, it can be at a dinner table, right? It can be, where con la familia también, and it can be so many different areas of where, when you're writing, it's just things just comes to you and you're like, hey, I want to be able to talk about this, but make people think as to why did he make that song, right? Why did he
Yeah.
write that song? Why did he produce that song? And just give them more to be able to talk about as well too. So, which goes back to a little bit of history. When we talk about history, as far as with Jay Aldana, your first song that you actually perform, because I know as an artist, as a music artist, you have to perform in front of people. What was your first performance like?
Oh
How
man,
many
it was
how many people
incredible.
how many people was in the
I
audience?
was incredible. I was incredible, man. I've been very fortunate to be able to step into some pretty nice stages, especially during. Ooh, during. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
um, especially during, especially during my early years of recording music, being at the Double Door Subterranean,
Yeah.
opening up for 50 Cent, probably was one of the most uh, highlights of being able to perform in front of people. The Double Door held a night, 150, 200 people, 300
Yeah.
people a night,
Yeah.
and so, but it was, I think that when you want something and you desire it, there's a confidence about you that, you had to have when it comes to being an artist,
Yeah.
and being able to have confidence in the material that you're putting out, and go out there and try to perform it to the best of your ability,
Yeah.
but it was obviously nerve wracking a little bit, just like anything
I'm
you do,
sure. Yeah.
even this interview, throughout the whole day I had butterflies, brother. So don't, but I love this stuff, man.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a good group of people that are around me, and they're motivating and encouraging and supportive and praying, man, and all these good things. And so, man, I take it all, and I take all the good energy and the good vibes, man, that I can get, and continue to stride, and push harder to work as an independent artist, and I think that that's probably be the biggest challenge is being independent, and
Yeah,
trying to, work in this music business as, as righteous and as positive as you possibly can, so
I like
it
that.
definitely takes a lot of work, brother. Yeah, for sure.
I
you
like
know
that. And I think one of the things is being able to say that you open up for 50 Cent is a big deal. You know, it's a big deal to be able to put in your portfolio to at least say, hey, I opened up for
yeah,
50 Cent, but also
yeah,
you were at an iconic spot too. Like you
yeah,
were at the double door. I mean, everything where Six Corners was, or even that area, I'm just, just throwing it out there, was
yeah.
history. Even, Red Dogs back in the day,
That's right. That's
there was
right.
so
That
many
whole
different areas of places where people used to actually go to. And also celebrities used to come when they were in town for like after parties or whatsoever, or just a party in general. Chicago, it was such a gem for a lot of celebrities. And, you actually having a history behind it, being able to be able to do something like that is amazing. It's amazing for sure. Hey, so before we take a quick break, you did bring up a little bit of what, which was kind of my segue into some of the issues that you kind of go into with becoming an artist. Real quick before we take this break, what were some of the issues that you kind of ran into as an artist of kind of developing yourself to be able to get yourself out there in the market?
man, first and foremost, obviously finances.
Right,
you know in this
right,
business, everything is obviously you need to have a budget. Definitely have to have some type of a budget. You definitely have to have the right people to work with as well. I
yeah,
think that being strategic and finding the people that are going to be able to hear your sound and be able to hear you as well, with the sound, and be able to bring it to life, to the best of its ability, and so it's kind of like Jordan and Scotty,
right,
on the basketball court, in a
yeah,
sense. You got to have people to be able to truly work with, that are with you, supportive, that believe in your music, that believe in your ability, your gifts, and you go there. But and then obviously believing in the business. There's a lot of I don't want to get too much into details of it, but there's a lot to the business that you have to really, really be on your P's and Q's, about. There's a lot of individuals that have gotten their music stolen and things like that, of that nature, or,
yeah,
so there's a lot of reading, a lot of understanding.
yep,
You definitely need a lot of patience, and
yep,
and faith, man. Faith at the end of the day, and allowing whatever is for you to
yep,
continue to, for you be able to use your platform to the best of your ability to help someone, or give back of some way, somehow, and encourage the next man. I'm all about that, brother. I'm all about you know, trying to be of a positive, influence at the same time when it comes to, this business.
yeah,
I want to learn. I'm learning the business. I'm growing in the business, and
yes,
it's been fun, man. It's a challenging, absolutely. Anybody that tells you, "Oh no, man, this is popping," I, it's not. I guess everybody's in a different place, and so
yeah,
yeah, and so,
yeah,
but for me,
right,
for me, truly, I just want to keep it real, I just
yep,
want to keep, and show that hard work does pay off, and like I said, every shot that you take, whether it goes in or it doesn't, you never know, you never know if it's gonna go in or if it's not gonna go in, and so we keep shooting, we keep putting music out there, and we have 2 3 people that say, man, I really enjoyed your song, then to me that's a plus, to get someone to vibe to your music, and if
yeah.
it grows to a million, 2 3 million, then I'll be honored by that as well. So
Yeah,
with,
me
with the
too.
high, yeah, with the high and the low,
Yes,
right,
sir.
brother, man, be
Yes,
grateful
sir.
and all, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, trying to have
Cool,
the
man.
trying to have the right
Everybody, we got
mindset.
my man Jay Aldana here. You
Yes, sir.
already know. My guy Jay Aldana. Oh, yeah, Papa. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be for 30 seconds, everybody. Once again, welcome to the Rico No Suave show. Let's get it on. Commercial. Darling.
Man, I'm nervous.
And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is me, your boy Rico No Suave, with my man Jay Aldana. Do
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
man. We are here. Thank you guys so much for actually tuning in. I want to give some big shout outs to people that's out there. John T for free. Welcome back, Papa. Welcome back. Donna Marie Bird. Thank you so much for actually being here. Follow No One Oficial is checking in with us. He says, good seeing y'all. Hope everyone is having a great week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Whoever you are, thank you so much for tuning in. And Donna Marie Bird says, being from Chicago is a huge deal. Yes, it is. It's such a big deal as far as being in Chicago, especially when it's time to be able to show that shine of talent that we actually have. Hey, Jay, Aldana, we got to talk about something that you did bring up in regards to music that's being stolen. Back in the day, of course, you probably already know that when you're in hip hop or reggaeton, back in the day, we talk about biting. When someone's biting our rhymes, they're biting our words, and when that happens, there is kind of a mark that people put on themselves in regards to having those type of issues to try to cheat themselves to be able to get to the next level. When it comes to you as a businessman, a business part of size, because you talked about the financial, and then you also have people that might bite rhymes. Have you ever seen as far as you developing yourself from a financial standpoint, but also people that actually stolen? What happened to those people? Have you ever seen whatever happened to some of those people that was affected by it, and how did they recruit, or if it happens to yourself as well?
Man, me personally, I don't know anybody that's probably taking any of my stuff, right? But
Okay, yeah,
or anything like that of that case. But you know, th- that's always been a thing. People rap battle. You're like, oh man, you biting me and this, that, and the other, whatever. I never really might have kept up too much in the lives of other individuals that might have probably stole some music. I mean,
yeah,
but we're living in times where people constantly taking other people's portions of beats and they remix them, and people constantly remixing songs that are still from back in 1960, 1940, 19. you know if they find something
yeah,
that bang, they take a little piece of it, they remix it, they bring it out. um so I mean, for a lot of individuals, it's worked. I mean,
yeah,
I can't say it hasn't worked and did great things for a lot of people. It's worked.
yeah,
What I meant, I think, as far as like people stealing music is, you possibly sharing something that's unreleased or something with someone,
yeah,
and they take your stuff, and they try to promote it out there some way somehow. Or and I think that goes for everybody. I'm sure, when NWA came out and they were putting out CDs, there were certain cities or certain towns that probably wasn't getting touch with them being able to get their music out there some way somehow. Or and there were people bootlegging stuff. I mean, you know
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I mean, Nike gets their stuff. I mean, so that's something that obviously you do see out here, constantly. Have I seen people that have possibly grown from it? I mean, yeah. I mean, you see it all over the place. People taking other people's ideas or using ideas or of some sort, and growing. So it is a tough business, and it's harder for the individual too that comes out with a great creation, and it gets taken by someone else, and obviously someone else may benefit. But like I said, what's meant for you is meant for you, and what's not meant for
yeah.
you is not meant for you. So
I
I
like
guess
that. I
yeah,
like that.
I guess you have to kind of look at it that way. You have to really, have these outlooks, man, and sit back and reflect half of the time, man. I'm one
Yeah,
guy. I don't try to let things affect me too crazy, man, because
yeah,
things can emotionally drive you to certain ways that you definitely don't want to go, man, and
yeah.
sometimes use up too much energy. So, man, just trying to sit back, just trying to analyze. But at the end of the day, brother, that I know of, I've seen people prosper from it. I've seen people probably fall from it,
Yeah.
you know. So there's been a lot of people, man. So um, it's a
So
crazy world out here, brother.
so Jay, so with you having the knowledge and experience and the lessons learned from what you've seen from other people and what they have done, how have Jay Aldana stay? How does he stay focused on his goals, on his milestones, in order from music, releasing music after music after music, songs after songs after songs, albums? How does Jay Aldana stay focused on that level?
Man, first, man, praying, brother. I pray, man. I'm a man of faith. I believe. So first and foremost, man,
Blessings.
I gotta definitely, give God praise, man, and because uh, that's I'm definitely a follower, man, and have to trust in that path, man. So I would say, man, trying to stay focused in life. You have so many areas of your life that you have to cultivate towards. Life is, especially at my age right now. I'm a father, and so
Yeah.
I have children and have to work and try to maintain that and everything else that comes with life, and so those challenges, like you said, are things that are almost in a sense essential in
Yep.
your life,
Yep.
and then obviously, you're pursuing your career. But being an independent artist, growing as an independent artist for me, man, as I mentioned, like I said, finding the right people and those things. So the focus at times can be everywhere.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, as a business person and as a head, saying, you know, how do I market? How do I do this? How do I stay on top of this, on top of working a full-time job, then being a father and, and relation, whatever it may be that you're dealing with in life. So for me, and I like to go to the gym. So these are things too that help me stay focused. Those disciplines of wanting to develop keep a healthy lifestyle, and those things also always help, to use those same type of disciplines, and wanting to make sure that, hey, I'm going to work on this song today. I'm going to finish this song today, or not. I'm an individual that I'll listen to a song, like at least 1,000 times, man, before I can actually say, man, you know what, this is actually a pretty decent song.
Yeah.
I could hear this again. So I'm very critical of myself as well, brother. So
Wow.
but I also love to hear the critique of others. But I won't die by the critique of others. That's for
Of
sure,
course.
brother. And so, and you got good critique, you got bad critique, but like I say, you take both of them because they both develop.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, man, I try to do my best. I'm a pretty structural guy.
Okay.
I'm a 4:30 riser, and so I try to
Wow.
keep certain habitual patterns in my life, you know, uh, that would help me, throughout my day, So I'm a pretty on time guy too, I try to keep those disciplines as well, and try to apply them, in those other areas of my life that I may not know the business, like,
Yep.
this music business, like you hear a lot about it, few about it, but you grow, through the whole process, and then you go from there. So a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of asking questions of other artists, and those things have been helpful as well. So so just trying to find it all, like you said, man, it's being focused. It takes a lot of discipline, man, for sure. And you have to kind of at times block yourself. You kind of have to block yourself at times, from the world, and not participate in a lot of things certain times too. Because I mean, if you know already you have a job and you come home and you got a house, and
Yeah.
just that alone, you're thinking like, oh, brother, laundry. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's just reality, brother.
Yeah.
That's just reality.
I think,
For
hey,
real.
hey, Jay, there's one thing that when you talk about, there's a million things that you probably didn't think about that just comes and hits you all at the same time, knowing
Yeah.
that you really don't want to do those a million things at that time, and it's
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No,
like
no, you're right, man. You're right. You're right, brother.
sometimes
It's
when you know
crazy,
you got
right?
a million things, man, you just want to come home, just eat, watch TV, and then go from there. But you got to stay motivated to be able to keep moving forward, man. Hey, before we give them that surprise for today, I like what you said in regards to how you stay focused. A man of God, you have a family, but you're also a role model. And when I say this, it's because you're a role model for your family, right? You're a role model as far as being a leader for your kid, right? For your family in general, because they're gonna look up to you and be like, hey, you know what? My dad did this, my dad did that, and
Mm.
it's just so cool to be able to know that you're taking this path of history that was in the making of where you're at right now. So, I big kudos to you in general. Behind you, of course, a lot of people are probably seeing your screens in the back end. Is that you have Un Millón,
Yes, sir.
and that song itself. Um, can you just describe what that is? Describe as far as what that song is all about. Don't give them the whole thing, right? Because if they don't speak Spanish, I want them to be able to listen to it and try to figure it, decipher itself. But if they do speak Spanish, I want them to get just a synopsis. So, why did you come up with Un Millón?
Um, you know, as you for me personally was, you always try to come up with something that you're gonna be able to grab the attention, of people, and be able to um bring something that stands out, unique, something new, something, that is stick, the reason why I came out with Un Millón was because of some of the responses that I was getting from some of the music that I was kind of getting prior, that I had recorded to prior, and I've been getting a lot of great support, man. And I'm really, really happy that a lot of people say, man, you got this, you sound really good, and these different things and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So when I started working on wanting to put together a whole project, you know, um, just the idea starts to just pop out, right? Pop out. And I remember I was working on some music, and that I found this incredible this incredible beat,
Uh huh.
and the way that it just came off, and I started to think, what about me? What about me? What do I feel I could be, or what do I feel my voice is, or what do I feel my gifts are, and what do I think my talents are, and so for me, un millón came about, y con esta voz soy un millón,
Mm-hmm.
and that just kind of stuck, and I just kind of started putting that together with the beat that I was working with, and I was just like, yeah, this is it, man. Esta voz, puede ser un millón, and vamos para allá, vamos a tirarle, vamos a tirarle with that mindset, and
Nice.
un millón don't gotta always be, hey, a flourish of money, I guess that's what it means, un millón is, it's a million, but
Yeah.
that's a big number, man. So shoot for big things for sure.
Hey, I
You
gotta
know,
say, un millón de cosas estoy pensando. I'm thinking a lot of things. A millón cosas.
yeah,
When you hear
exactly,
that, man, it's like Jesus, right? I got a lot of things. We just got through talking about a lot of things that we think about, 1,000 things, and try to focus on that. But I also think about the value, también, the value as far as what
right,
we
right.
have and who
There
we
you
are
go.
as a person. All right, everybody, we're at the 7:45 mark. We're at the 45-minute mark. Wherever you're at, we're at a 45-minute mark. And of course, we got to put this video on. I want you guys to enjoy yourself because my man, Jay Aldana, came out with a nice song called Nvidia. So, and this is the bomb. So I want you guys to sit back, enjoy, make sure you comment. If you want to talk to the TV, I'll try to hear what you got to say. But this is my boy, Jay Aldana Music. Let's go. Dale.
Hey yo, water boy. This shit wet. Me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia,
and I don't even know why. ¿Será que tenga yo más dough? ¿Será que tenga yo más hoes? ¿Será que tenga yo más flow? ¿Será que venga yo raro? Me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia, and I don't even know why. ¿Será que tenga yo más dough? ¿Será que tenga yo más hoes? ¿Será que tenga yo más flow? ¿Será que venga yo raro? I'm dropping that dough, me cojo más hoes, ya sabe que vengo yo raro. Vestido Shaolin, hombre más fuerte, dígame Tony Starko. Flow 23, sing ring it is, por eso no me ven igual. Por eso me tienen envidia, por eso me tiran la mira. They see a new king en la silla, a motherfucking Pancho Villa, con dos putas en las orillas. My hook be breaking la costilla, el tiroteo en las esquinas, de Exótico, Sucio y Cristina. I'm up to the plate, I'm rookie of the year, el cupo más fuera de liga. I'm up to the plate, I'm rookie of the year, el cupo más fuera de liga. El guapo, Aldana. Escuchen, me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia, and I don't even know why. ¿Será que tenga yo más dough? ¿Será que tenga yo más hoes? ¿Será que tenga yo más flow? ¿Será que venga yo raro? Me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia, but I don't even know why. ¿Será que tenga yo más dough? ¿Será que tenga yo más hoes? ¿Será que tenga yo más flow? ¿Será que venga yo raro? ¿Seré que brille como oro? ¿Seré que tenga Jordan yo? ¿Seré que tenga el great pelo? ¿Seré que por mí te dejo? I know that one thing's for sure. El guapo se coge más hoes, el guapo cupe más flow. Ya saben que vengo yo raro. ¿Seré que me tomo más trago? ¿Seré que en tu madre me cago? A la puta yo nunca les pago. ¿Seré que vengo de Chicago? ¿Seré que me paso de guapo? ¿Seré por el wedding que pasto? ¿Seré por los huevos que traigo? Me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia, and I don't even know why. ¿Será que tenga yo más dough? ¿Será que tenga yo más hoes? ¿Será que tenga yo más flow? ¿Será que venga yo raro? Me tiran la mira, pero no me ven igual. Me tienen envidia, but I don't even know.
Yeah. Let's go.
Thank you.
Man. So that was
Appreciate
awesome. Man, that was awesome. So with that being said, the just the flow of it, right? And it's so cool to be able to be in Chicago and then be able to see a video, because then you see like I want to say statues, but it's kind of like the things that we know that we have in Chicago that we're proud of. Like you did the Chicago Theater, man.
Theater,
It's
yes,
like
sir.
we love seeing that. Oh, that's on this street, that's on this street, and it's so cool to be able to see that, man. So hopefully, everybody, I hope you guys actually like that. Everybody, make sure you please let us know what you think about the video itself. It was so freaking cool to be able to have you do that. So where did that come into play as far as with NVIDIA? How did you come up with that song?
NVIDIA was, obviously started creating. That was one of the third songs that I wrote, not so long ago, and right after Macara, I ended up writing NVIDIA. Just came up with the idea, like I mentioned earlier. I know that in this game, you're gonna have individuals that are gonna say this, they're gonna say that, Pero por qué, si no me conocen,
Right.
si no me conocen, será por esto, será por el otro. So, it was just a matter of just, hey, you're gonna have, this type of, response when you do certain things, or you try to, shoot your shots at whatever it may be. And there's always going to be someone that's going to doubt, or someone's going to doubt that, or they're going to hate on this about you. Oh, look, he's doing this, he's doing that now, or, you know, or even like now, you know, hey man, míralo tan vivo con Rico Suave. Yeah, they killing it in the Rico No
Ese
Suave
muchacho,
show, you
él
know, ya sabes. Pero no, so it was just a matter of just wanting to be catchy, like you said, you know,
yeah,
and then at the same time, you know, just like say just say certain things about my just character of who Jay Aldana is in the flow, like saying different things, coming like Pancho Villa now, and just
yeah.
trying to put little catchy things out there, just to just to make it hardcore, and pretty much it. But yeah, man. And then the video, I actually shot the video myself, man. I shot the video
Wow.
and edit the video myself too, man. So I actually did my own video and edit it to the best of my ability, man. So trying to use
Está
all the
bueno,
gifts that I
man.
possibly got. Trying to
Yeah,
use
está
all the gifts,
bueno,
brother.
man.
Trying to use all the gifts, and trying to and just trying to do stuff that that could still, like I said, work well with the song. And I'm working on some other stuff, I'm working on some other videos that I would love to put out. um
Okay.
but 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 um but just also finding all the right people to participate in the video. And so there's people out there that love to come out in videos and love to do things in Chicago, Florida, wherever it may be. I'm
Está
definitely
bueno.
looking for people always that want to co-star or want to participate in things like that. So this could definitely be a little good promo.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. I love it, man. Hey, I love it,
Thank you,
bro,
brother.
and I love what you're doing. Time is not sometimes always on our side when we're having a great time and a great through solid conversation. Because I'm loving what you're doing, and I know people are loving as far as what your reactions to how you want to live your life and how you're becoming that role model, and also that upcoming artist is going to take you far, right? Now, when we talk about people that are performers and artists that influenced you over time, you went through a genre of different R&B, reggaeton, hip hop. You talk Vincent Fernandez. You talk about different artists in different categories. If there was a performer that you wanted to perform with, or you want to perform with, dead or alive, if they were still alive, who would that be?
Oh man, I have so many names for so many genres, brother.
I'll give you
Can I
three.
give you a name for
I'll
each
give you I'll
genre?
give
That
you
would be
three.
great. Man, I think if I could go like anything with Spanish, reggaeton or anything like that, obviously, man, she's been doing a lot of great things with a lot of different artists, and definitely very supportive of upcoming artists. I would say Karol G for sure.
Carol G. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Karol G. I would say Karol
Nice.
G on that level. If I had to do anything on a hip hop rap level, man, it would be a very, 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 very tight fight between Biggie and Eminem.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Both of those guys are on my top three.
Okay.
Hip hop artists of all time. And man, if I can go and do something special with my own personal culture, man, Vicente Fernandez would definitely be something
Yeah.
that I would be honored to definitely be able to work with him. And but Chalino Sanchez, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them I can name. Oh
Sure.
man, I would like to work with so many people. But yeah, but I would say on the Spanish reggaeton, Carol G. On the
Yeah.
on the rap hip hop, I would probably go with Biggie Smalls first, and then
Yeah.
but and then but yeah, man, Vicente Fernandez on a Mexican genre, that would be great. Especially, I just released a song called Problemático, which is on the tumbao
Yeah.
genre side, as well too. So um yeah, man.
Gotcha. That's hot, man. That's hot.
Yes, sir.
Bro, we
Thank you,
down
brother.
to our last 5 minutes of fame, but the one thing that I want to present you with is, the Rico No Suave show shirt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tu sabes, man, you deserve this shirt. And the
Thank
reason
you,
why
brother.
you deserve it is because as an upcoming artist, one of the things that I love about your musicality and what you love is all genres of music. It wasn't just one, just with reggaeton or it was just salsa, but it was R&B, it was hip hop. You know, say Vincent Fernandez. If you ever, if you was to do something with Vincent Fernandez, you're gonna have a bottle of tequila somewhere because he'll make you drink. You know,
Yes,
and
sir.
and different other genres. I think, you know, with
Yeah.
presenting you this shirt itself is telling you that you always are focused, right? You're focused in a way of being able to make things happen for people to see what you're about. And you're continuously going out there being that businessman and trying to make things happen for yourself, man. So I'm proud of you, my man. So I want to
Thank you,
present this
brother.
shirt to you. Welcome to the Rico No
Thank you,
Suave
man.
Show family,
Thank you.
Papa. For
Thank you.
real,
Thank you,
man.
man.
For real.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate you having me and giving me an opportunity
Yeah.
and you know, another platform for people to come and get a little bit about what I'm doing, what I'm, you know, where I'm going and where I'm coming from
Yes,
and what
sir.
I love and things like that. So thank you, brother. Appreciate
Of
it so
course,
much.
of course. So before we let you go, there is, of course, people I'm sure they can see on your screen in the back end. That's your YouTube channel, Jay Aldana. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's right behind him. So you should be able to do that as well too. We're gonna put up your other two social media. I think we got three. The first one is Instagram. We got J_Aldana Music. Make sure you go and follow him on Instagram, everybody. Instagram. So make sure you go and show him some love there. On the next one, we got Facebook. You already know Facebook. My man, Jay Juan Aldana. Make sure you go and check him out. You'll see his profile picture. He's like this. Let's go. You know, on his Facebook profile picture. And, you know, everything is always united with masters. So make sure you go to www.unitedmasters.com. Look for J Aldana Music with the Z and the K. So make sure you go ahead and check him out there. Show some love to my man, Jay Aldana. Hey, Jay.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
brother.
being
Thank
on the
you.
show, man. Everybody had a great time with you, man. You are the bomb, bro. And, you know, continue
Likewise,
to
brother.
move forward, man. Continue to move forward. Any last words you want to tell the audience?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody that tuned in, everybody that'll tune in, everybody that'll take the time to get a couple minutes of even just the video, and those that have been tuning in, listening to the music. Everybody that works with Enrico No Suave, thank you. Everybody in the back. And salute, man. Rico, keep doing your thing.
Thank you,
You know,
Papa.
I got your back, brother, and it's been an honor to be here, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My producer's in the back, like, yeah, let's go. So thank you, man. Hey, take care of yourself, Papa. It's great to see you,
Thank you.
man. Everybody, put your hands together for none other than upcoming music artist
Thank
and
you, brother.
always a Chicagoan, Jay Aldana. Let's go. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right, my man. I'll see you later, okay?
Thank you, brother.
Ciao,
Blessings.
man.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Hey, your boy Rico No Suave, man. We had such a great time as far as with each and every one of you guys on the show today. You already know, man. The one thing about being an upcoming artist, we know about the struggles, but it's also being able to continue to create talent. Create your talent. Be unique. So we got to put up our social media before we get out of here, everybody. Hey, you know, our first one is our website. You know, we like websites, you know. Website is www.theregonosuaveshow.com. Make sure you go ahead and check us out there. Yes, we have content, highlight reels. Check out our red carpet specials as well, too, everybody. We're making things happen. Here's the next one, and it is Instagram. Instagram, everybody, make sure you please go ahead and check us out on Instagram at Rico No Suave Show. Yep, please go and follow us there. And then here's our next one. You know, Facebook, Rico No Suave Show. Go ahead and like and love everything we're doing there. Continue to follow us, show us some love. And our big one, we're continuously growing on our next one, which is YouTube. Yes, boom, YouTube. So make sure you go to Rico No Suave Show. Please go ahead and subscribe, share, and share all of our videos. Just share them. You know, just go ahead and share it. All right, here's our next one. Oh, yeah, Mixcloud, baby, Mixcloud. Go ahead. It turns into audio. So if you're driving, you can listen along to my man, Jay Aldana, and me. I got one more, everybody. I got one more. I think Red Coral Universe. Yes, Red Coral. Go to redcoraluniverse.com, everybody. Look up Rico No Suave Show, and you'll see our past. You know, it's a season. You know, just go ahead and watch them. Watch them all the way through, right? Even as commercial breaks. Go ahead and watch them, everybody. But thank you guys so much. Once again, everybody, thank you guys so much. And yeah, we're going to continue with the Latino Heritage Month coming in next week. So make sure you go ahead and tune in. All right, everybody, we'll see you later as we end off the show. Just like this, darling.